Okay. I'll share you up.
Thank you.
Share you up.
Share me up.
Yes. On the Facebook Live.
Okay. Hello.
We're just
We're
talking
on
in
right
general.
now.
We're on right now?
We are
Awesome.
talking in general. How are you?
I'm so excited to be here today.
Excellent. Excited to have you here because we are talking about getting a raise. How
right.
do you negotiate a raise without getting fired? I just threw that in. But that's the general topic, right?
Yeah, it's about women's empowerment. That's
So
my
women
focus.
specifically.
It's for women, how women can ask for a raise, make more money, get paid, and have that financial empowerment in place.
Please do tell, because to be quite honest with you, I have never gone in on my own and negotiated a raise, and nor do I think I would feel comfortable to do so, because I would think immediately that would make me a target to, I don't know, not be on
Maybe
a
not
good
get the
list.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
how do you do that?
I'm gonna save the really good segments for this, the part that's coming up, so they can watch live. But I can tell you the main thing is that we want to make sure that you feel prepared and empowered, that you are coming in with a plan in place, that you feel confident about who you are, and you've done your research to understand what your value is, so that you're coming in, in that place of confidence and knowing that not only are you worth it, but you're supposed to be negotiating, because that's honestly, men negotiate their contracts. It's typical, it's standard, and then something about the way we've been programmed as women is to sort of play small, be nice, do what we're supposed to do, not make waves. And so really this is all about empowering our sisters, especially the new generation that's coming up with a different mindset about being a woman, that they can not only go after their dreams and the job that they want, but ladies, you can get paid, right?
See, I think what you just said is key, because you said do your research and know your value, because it's not about going in there and being aggressive and annoying and setting this whole negative tone. It's about knowing what you're worth and what you provide to the company, right? So you do a little homework, maybe you prepare, like, these are the things I did for the company, not just for yourself, but what did you do that brought them value, right?
Yeah.
I add this to the company, I do this, I do that, I do
Right.
that. So you just like make a list.
You make a one pager, essentially, just like you would your resume of everything that you've ever done in your career. You would do that if you're with an existing company. You would do a one pager that is like, here's all the projects I've worked on, here's how the performance went, I've raised the value in this percentage, I brought in this amount of money, I have managed 20 people on my team, I've brought in 5 new clients, all of these different things you want to have in place, because then when you're going to negotiate, it's not just like, I want some more money. It's like, hey, look at what I've brought to the company. I've made money for the company, and all I'm asking you to is give me an extra 5, 10, 20%, whatever I feel I'm supposed to get. That's appropriate.
How do you know what to ask for?
You look at what's standard in the industry. So you want to start looking at all of the positions that are available in your local city. You want to start talking to other professionals who are in the same network and positions as you. Start, you're in the industry of being a reporter, so you got to sort of put that reporter hat on, go around, ask people. This
is why I pay an agent, by the way.
Yeah, to do it,
because I don't want to do it.
You can pay an agent, but for all of the ladies who are listening that maybe are just starting off or don't have an agent or somebody to advocate for them, really what we're trying to do right now is get women to step into that advocate for themselves and really feel like, I can do this. And it's not that you're going to either not get the job or get fired. It's actually the worst that can happen is they can say no. And really what they're going to take away from that is that you have a lot of respect for yourself, that you feel confident that you're an asset to the company. And I think that even if they don't give you a raise, it's going to put a little thought in their head like, we don't want to lose her. So let's find different ways to give her a bonus or give her some more time off or give her a project that she wants to work on, something to at least say, we care about you, we want you to stay with us.
Mm-hmm. Did you have something, Cal?
Well, I was going to say, I feel like if you're nervous to do this, writing all of that down, that's like how you can really prepare and like nail it when you're going in there, to like working it all out beforehand.
Do like a mock rehearsal, right?
Yeah.
In your mind or something.
Yeah. It's all, with women, it's men and women, but I'm just speaking generally towards women. we tend to get something called perfectionist pause, which is we want to wait until we feel 100% ready for something. But in reality, men are going after opportunities when they feel 60% ready. And they sort of just throw it out there with the mindset of they have nothing to lose. So if we start realizing we have nothing to lose, like worst case scenario, you stay where you're at, or you start looking for other opportunities.
Do you let your employer know that perhaps you are looking at other opportunities, or is that perceived as a threat?
I think it depends on the situation. If you get to the point where you're negotiating and you're not making any movement and you think that you may be leaving the company, then I think it's important to put those cards on the table. Like, I'm at the point where if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to look into other situations, because either I have children and I have certain expenses, or my lifestyle is meaning that if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to look for other things. When you actually go in for the first place to negotiate, like if you're just walking in on an interview and you're at the stage where you're starting to negotiate your contract, you can start to say, you know what, I've been offered a position by this company, offered a position by this company, they're giving me this kind of salary and benefits and package, and they're giving me this, and I really want to work with you. What can you do to match that or surpass that?
But only bring that up if you legitimately are.
Of course.
Don't just fake it.
No, you don't want to fake any. You don't want to fake anything when it comes down to negotiation, because that will totally sabotage your credibility.
Right.
And what you're trying to say to them is, I'm really an amazing asset. I have tons of credibility.
So first of all, I don't think we introduced you properly. This is Celia
Ward-Wallace.
Ward-Wallace. Celia Ward-Wallace.
Celia Ward-Wallace.
Celia, have you gone in and negotiated for yourself in the past?
I am a CEO of my own company.
There you go.
I don't negotiate. I make more money, and I find ways to make more money and impact more people. But the women that I work with are entrepreneurs and corporate women and professional women, and I have coached them to be able to go and ask for more money. So I see that it works every day. And at the minimum, even if you don't get more money, you get more confidence. You get that feeling of your value. And in life, that's really the most important thing, right? That's what's going to help us be successful in every endeavor that we look at.
I think, in order for people to value you, you have to put out that energy out there and have that message, right? So you have to value yourself, and even if you do and you're just nervous about it or scared or shy, you just have to get over it and do it.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're going after and what industry you're in, but in general, I mean, they say this thing of fake it till you make it, and there's a lot of debate around that, and I feel like a lot of confidence, at least initially, is that fake it till you make it, of that belief in yourself, in your soul, that you're worthy. Like, if you really, literally, internally believe it, yet externally you can't really get that out there yet, you sort of just have to embody that and go like, okay, is there a mentor, is there a famous person, is there a boss that represents that I can sort of take on those qualities, so that I can position myself in the world in a way that I'm not yet fully feeling for myself.
This reminds me of The Secret. Do you remember The
Secret?
Secret?
Of course. I'm a spiritual woo-woo, so I know about all of
whatever you put out there somehow comes back. If you are watching, let me know, and we will talk about your experience. If you've done this, if it's worked for you, if it hasn't worked for you, whatever it is. Has anyone said anything?
One person said that they think typically you have to go outside the company for a raise. Just maybe in their personal experience. I think that's a really good point that you brought up earlier about how when you go to your boss and you're asking for a raise, even if you don't get it, it's at least planted the seed in their mind a little bit, like, okay,
we gotta take them seriously.
Something's happening here.
And if we don't make it work with her, she might go somewhere else.
Yeah, because if you don't bring it up, then how do they even know?
Totally.
Right?
Okay, so coming up, your segment's on at 8:45?
I'm on 8:45.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. So you're going to give us more of the secrets.
I'm going to give the play-by-play. We've talked about some of the great tips today, but I'm going to talk about even more and go into more depth.
Okay.
I have one question before we go. What is a website that you would recommend, like something like Glassdoor, when you're looking up, like what are ways to look up what other people in your field are making so you can compare?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Totally. I mean, I think that all of the different job sites that you look at are a great resource. LinkedIn is a great resource. There's lots of subcategories and groups that you can search on, and get out there and network with the people who are in your industry and really start asking them personally, because it's different across the board in terms of where you're located. You really want to find people in your community and start comparing with them, and in some ways create a mastermind of how you can all uplift yourselves.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right.
You are so welcome.